Good morning, friends. Elle here with you on this 10th day of November on the Gregorian 2022. I'm actually early, 8:44 a.m. I'm a minute early. Wow. Did hell freeze over? AM, 11:44 a.m. here on the East Coast of the United States Corporation, Pennsylvania. Hey there. Good to see you, Disciple of the Messiah. Yeah, we're just going to get right into it, but I wanted to share just a little short piece of this video. I had never put this together, and we will be talking about Meta, Oculus, the DARPA Oculus, but we'll be talking about that briefly. This is going to be really quick. I'm still moving, and I homeschool my boys who are 9 years apart, so it's 2 different grades. And I'm in between places right now and all of that. So just a quick stream to check in with everybody and to show you some things that I'm sure most of you have, there might be some things that you haven't heard of yet. But let's get to it. Let me share this video with you. It's from a channel, Jet888. And she put this together, and I didn't put it together. I won't play her whole video, and of course I will link her channel. Obviously I'll do that, but listen to what she put together here, and let me know in the chat or subsequently in the comments if you want, if any of you had put these things together. Of course, let me know if you can hear, please.
Can't we all just get along? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. What day is it? I'm not sure. I think, is it November? What day is it, Malik? November 6th? Who knows? It's a Saturday. So, November 6th. I saw a thing today with Klaus Schwab. I thought it was funny because he was talking about, what was the word he used? It was stakeholders capitalism. Stakeholders. And I just thought it was really funny because you listen to the word stakeholders, and then when you look at the word metaverse, it's like serve meat. And then when you look at the word coronavirus, it's carnivorous. Are y'all picking up a theme here? Isn't that funny? And look at these little cannibals.
Right. So I just thought, again, I'm not going to play her whole video. I can't find my phone. Let me see if you guys are seeing
play her whole video.
Oh, sorry for the double Fran Drescher voice. They have Oculus in churches and cathedrals. Ugh. I appreciate. Oh, thank you, Disciple. Thank you very much, and thank you for your support and your consistency, checking in on me. I really appreciate you, your donations, all of that. Yeah, the Oculus particularly upsets me because if you know, my son is 15, and they let me give you the link to this. He did get it as a gift, the Oculus Quest 2. But we'll get to that. Let me share this link with you guys. Jet888. I don't know. I just, the etymology of words and words, how they're weaponized and used as spells and all this has always interested me. And those were some things that I hadn't put together yet that she caught there. So I can't, hold on one second. Usually I have the stream pulled up on my phone, so I know that you guys can see and hear what's, but I can't seem to find my phone. Hold on one moment. Okay. Hey there, JB. All right. So trolls are already abusing. It's funny because Twitter is so toxic, and I don't know. Abusing Elon Musk's new Twitter verification system, impersonating everyone from George Bush to O.J. Simpson. Personally, I think impersonating someone else, that actually is how I lost my Discord. The person that I had thought was a friend and impersonated somebody else. I'm not even going to say who, but a dead person at that. That's just a really, it's not, I don't want to say on par with like false valor or stolen valor, but it's up there, like impersonating someone. So of course there's a whole, as usual with these things, a multifaceted and many things going on here. So this Tony Blair saying he retweeted supposedly with the verified blue check mark, George W. Bush retweeting, same to be honest, says Tony Blair. George W. Bush, you guys, can you see it? I miss killing a certain group of people. So obviously they're saying that this didn't, do anything. Twitter's launch of the $8 verification on Wednesday saw the new system almost instantly abused by users who impersonated and parodying, is that even a word? I guess, celebrities and other public figures. Of course. And I'll give you the link to this. So both fake accounts, and look, the Bush, they still got to stick the conspiracy theory of the big one, the Bush account's bio also makes a crude joke about an online frequently memed
parties supporting Republicans there. But she was.
Sorry, guys. Linking the Bush administration to the September 11th terror attacks, saying, quote, so what if I did 9/11? I am just reading a mainstream news story. This channel is labeled entertainment. No advice is given here, medical or financial or anything like that. This channel is labeled entertainment. And we're just looking at mainstream news. Just want to make that clear to anybody tuning in. And I'll give you the link to this. But I mean, to say that it's a conspiracy theory, I will tell you this. Speaking of homeschooling to boys, different ages, 15 and 6, my 15-year-old, like, he sent me a meme because he knows, we talk about stuff like this. And he's actually pretty interested in what happened that day. But children his age, they do meme. He sent me this meme that said never forgetty, and it had like two handfuls of pasta with like sauce through the middle, like the WTCs where the supposed planes went in. It was, and it goes, it's not just him, it's children his age are being totally desensitized to it, and just, it's a conspiracy. They're taught, I get the feeling, to just dismiss it. But often I see, because I'll look on Discord and get things that he looks at, or other gamer stuff. He's not allowed on Reddit. He doesn't have a Facebook. He's not allowed to have a Snapchat, any Instagram. He doesn't have anything like that. But he does play video games, and his grandmother did. My mother-in-law did buy him the Oculus 2. So, but he doesn't really play with it that much anymore. But anyway, so there is a whole generation of children who are being taught to just dismiss this. Don't even quit. Who cares? I don't care. Like, it's crazy, the things that come out of his mouth, especially about the privacy. When it came up at our old house about cameras, like the Ring doorbells that our neighbor got, he was like, who cares if you're not doing anything wrong? Like, he just spouted out what I know he learned from the online, legally you have to, there's a certain curriculum that you're supposed to teach your children. Even if you homeschool, they sneak it in there. So, be on the lookout for that if you have young ones. But yeah, so he had said before that impersonators will be permanently suspended unless they're clearly identified as parodies. Well, who is see, that's the thing. You can't regulate it at all. This is not good. Elon is not a, okay, so OJ Simpson, yeah, NGL, I did that shit. So yeah, this going on. Elon is not, guys, he's censorship is censorship. It doesn't matter if it's what side it's on. It doesn't, you're not allowed to, people have forgotten over the past almost going on 3 years now, people have been arrested for posting things to social media, investigated, have their whole careers, pulled out from underneath of them for things that they have posted, words that they have spoken. So, First Amendment, freedom of speech, even though natural law, I believe, is the only law in the United States corporation, you can't go by that. You just can't, in my opinion. So let's go to we'll touch on this. Speaking of the left-right paradigm and all of this. Now, I live in Pennsylvania. I'm from Delaware originally. I've lived up here for like 15 years now. But right close. I'm still very close to Delaware, right outside of Philly. And I was so surprised on my birthday, which I was born on election day, the year I was born. But this year, my birthday was the day before election day. And, people I know vote. And I was surprised to hear 2 people that I know voted for Fetterman. And one of these 2 people is like my only friend that's still alive, Jimmy. I've been friends with him for 30 years. Like, his excuse, what he said to me was that he did it because he works at a rehab. He works in that social work, and he said for funding. That's why he voted for Fetterman. But I don't know. Look, I did not vote. But if you're here on this channel, you probably already know that. So they're saying the Washington Post an hour ago, because, I'm not sure, guys. I'm not following it like that. What states? I'll look at it when it's all over, because for some reason now it takes days to count votes. I don't know. But Republicans expected to narrowly take the House, Senate in limbo. So we'll see what happens. Does it really matter at this point? I actually don't think it does. Obviously it does. What executive orders get written, and on a local level it does. But I think for all intents and purposes, this whole thing's gonna need to fall before it can be fixed. Maybe I'm cynical. I don't know. So this, to all of our friends down in Florida, I hope everyone's all right. Nicole, at the side of the New York Slimes this morning, Nicole is the first hurricane to make landfall on Florida's East Coast since Katrina. I know they did, I don't know, let's see. Hurricane Nicole came ashore just south of Vero Beach, Florida on Thursday, becoming the first hurricane to make landfall along Florida's East Coast since Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, guys. I honestly can't believe they actually allowed Featherman to continue the rate. Yeah. And shame on his wife. Shame on his wife for letting him do that. And just the whole thing. That chick, Carrie Lake, out in Arizona. Look, I don't know anything about it, guys. I've totally... I used to report on that stuff a long time ago on my original channel, but I pay attention to it, but not, I've been busy, but I don't think I would have anyway. It's such a mess. They're all corrupt. Anybody, like Brian says, working for government, they still mean to govern. They still mean to control. So whether or not they're good people or what, it really doesn't matter. They're still in a position of, and what is, blatantly obvious now and should be to every American, positions of powers where they do have immunity a lot of the times, not all the time, but a lot of these people, not to mention the dual citizenship. But yeah, Fetterman, I couldn't believe it. When those flags fell, I really didn't think he would win. But Oz, Harpo sending in Oz, even the Oprah came out and said, if I lived in Pennsylvania, I would already voted for Fetterman by now. So even she tried to separate herself from Oz. Trump's people are coming out saying, they messed up with Oz. Shit. Like, we all know what he is part of the problem. If talking about they want you sick and on pharmaceuticals, it's just a fact. And Dr. Oz is a perpetrator of that. Back to Florida though. So anybody that's watching, I know we have a lot of people here that are in Florida. Please let me know in the comments how you guys are doing, if you're okay. But while the path and damage that Nicole will leave behind is unclear, Hurricane Katrina went on to become one of the most costly natural disasters in American history. Yeah, that was crazy. We're not even going to get into that right today, Hurricane Katrina. But after landing north of Miami as a Category 1 in August of 25, so they're taking us back through there, Katrina dropped 10 to 20 inches of rain on South Florida. All right, let's see about this, though. Parked cars swept away as Tropical Storm Nicole waves crash ashore. So there is some, and it's heading to the Bahamas. They're saying there is some damage. I hope everybody's all right. I hope, and of course they're blaming it on climate change and all of that. Hey, honey. Let's see.
Outside the world of politics, and that includes hurricane and tropical storm watches, which are in effect for the entire east coast of Florida. Tropical Storm Nicole, the 14th storm of the Atlantic season, it formed early yesterday and it's headed towards the Bahamas. It's forecast to become a Category 1 hurricane, and landfall is expected on the Florida coast sometime early Thursday.
All right, so yeah, I hope everybody down there is all right. And then last week, we had the tornadoes in Texas and Oklahoma. I don't know if you guys saw this. King Charles III, eggs thrown at King Charles and Camilla in northern England. Now, if you're on this channel, you probably already know about the Bushes and how it's all they're all related, right? They're all related. These are bloodlines. And all right, well, we'll get to that. Look at what happens to King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla. Oh, she just... This one's slick right here. Yeah, I'm watching it again. Hold on, I want to see it again.
I think this is what we're doing for the school here.
All right. Now, does anybody know who the woman is standing to the right of Queen Consort here? Would that be her mother? I'll bring it back just a little bit in case you didn't get a chance to see her.
Introduce you to the sword bearer, the things like that, and I seem to have got it contained. Keep an eye on that.
Part of the tradition of entering the city.
All right. God save the king. Yeah. So eggs thrown at King Charles. And that was yesterday. That was yesterday. You guys, I'm sorry. I cannot see the stream. I've asked them to call my phone. I guess they're just ignoring me. Again, I can't see the chat. Hold on one more second. Guys, my blood is freaking boiling. Nobody can call my phone for me. They know I'm live streaming. It's just, I'm not sharing my screen. Shit, thank you. I'm so sorry, guys. This is what I mean. I don't have my, and I asked like 3 times. I muted myself and asked to call, and shit, guys. Hold on. Let me get the egg. The egg throwing. Crap. I think I X'd out of it. Shit. Hold on a second. I'm so sorry, guys. All right. Did I spell that wrong? Yeah, sorry. Man detained. Okay. So I don't know if this will be the, you can look it up. I'm really sorry, guys. Again, that's why I was trying to find my phone so that I could make sure. All right, thanks, hon. It's going straight to voicemail. So I guess maybe that was the what they're not showing it now. Well, it didn't hit, the eggs didn't hit King Charles. All right, they landed on where he's looking. They landed on nobody got hit with the egg. I'm sorry, I X'd out of the video. I'm sure you can look it up. I apologize for that. I do not have my phone. Let me look in the chat. Hey, Jenna. Hey, Jenna. Hey, Shouting at Clouds. Hey, Lou. Yeah, that was my fault. I'm so sorry, guys. No worries. I'm just having coffee. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll check in with you guys on here in the chat. I can't. I don't have my phone, so I can't, Yeah, that's what I thought of too. I can't see. All I hear is ree. Yeah. Well, I just showed a picture of I don't know, the midterm. It wasn't really much. What I showed wasn't. You can, imagine. And then when this is the New York Times Nicole thing that I showed. But let's go into Meta. Let's talk about Zuckerberg here. This whatever this entity is. Again, DARPA Brain Initiative. We are going to get into Oculus. Meta, I'm sure you all have heard, lays off more than you got your 11, the pillars, twins, all this. Meta lays off more than 11,000 employees. And Zuckerberg comes out and he's like, well, at least I apologized. Elon fired a bunch of people and he didn't even say he was sorry. Dude, you think saying you're sorry? This is what's wrong with the younger generations and people today. There's no accountability and you could just say you're sorry. It doesn't work like that. Actions is what matters. But since Mark Zuckerberg founded Facebook in 2004, right, in his garage, right? He just made it up to meet girls. That's what we're supposed to believe, even though we know what's up with Facebook. I haven't had a Facebook page. I don't have one. My children aren't allowed to have one. It's a surveillance operation, not to mention a lot of other things. And we're going to get to Elon and how Twitter is the same thing, just a different type, but the same thing. The Silicon Valley company has steadily hired more employees. At the end of September, it had amassed the largest ever number of workers, totaling, I'm sure this number adds up to something, 87,314 people. But on Wednesday, the company, now renamed Meta, began cutting jobs, and deeply. Meta said it was laying off more than 11,000 people, or 13% of its workforce. So you guys have already heard this, and you can look up. There's a lot of people speaking out about it. A couple people tweeted about it, and their tweets got removed, and blah blah blah. And I just told you what he said about. He wrote a letter to the employees. I want to take accountability for these decisions and for how we got here. Mr. Zuckerberg wrote in a letter to employees, I know this is tough for everyone, and I'm especially sorry to those impacted. Yeah. So here's the severance package. I'll just tell you guys, I'm pretty sure, let me look it up. They will receive the 11,000 employees, barring, I'm sure, semantics and specifics of this, but they'll receive around, well, what do you mean around? 4 months of base pay, as well as continued health coverage for 6 months. So that is what everybody sacked from Meta will be receiving as severance. Let's see here. Yeah, he holds an emotional meeting. I don't understand how Zuckerberg and emotional could even be a thing. I've never seen that man have any emotion. Maybe you can put the glasses on and experience the experiences of what people with emotions experience. But yeah, so this is a mess. This is a mess. And speaking, none of this is good. I know a lot of people are happy about the Twitter situation, and they think that Elon is doing good things. I assure you, he is not. He is not. I promise you, he's not. But yeah, so that's what they're going to get, their severance package or whatever. Now, when this whole Oculus thing happened in my family, when my son got it and all of that, you guys can't see. When my son got the, sorry guys, I'll throw the links in. When he got the Oculus headset, I explained to him what DARPA was and what they had used the first headset for. And he looked it up and he was like, well, I'm just going to Google it. And lo and behold, he found out. And when he said it to me, I laughed out loud. This is my 15-year-old son. No, it wasn't invented by DARPA. It was invented by this kid named Palmer Luckey. I was like, what? Palmer Luckey? Come on. I just laughed. But yeah, so this was whenever he got it. I forget, his last birthday or something, a year ago. But this Oculus, look at this headline. Oculus, and you have to have a Meta account to have the Oculus. This is a quote Facebook, Zuckerberg, whatever, DARPA thing, the Oculus. But Oculus founder, which is supposedly this guy that just invented it, Palmer Luckey. Again, I think he's a young adult, or maybe even a teen in Cali in his garage. Same story as all the other ones that we get. This Palmer Luckey. And but Oculus founder created a VR headset that blows up the user's head if they die in the game. I mean, this reminds me of when they came out and said, the chip that some people did take. I think this company, there's 300 or 400 people that have them. The small as a grain of rice in your hand, in between your thumb and your finger, your index finger. And this guy invented one that you could kill the person. You could release cyanide or something into their system and kill them instantly. So of course this can be done. It's not that I don't know who would pay for something, but yeah, this I thought was just a crazy story. And yet another case of wealthy people having too much time and money on their hands. The inventor of Oculus Rift has created a headset that will kill users who die in virtual reality. In a recent blog post, Palmer Luckey, the mastermind behind Meta's Oculus, which was sold to Facebook in 2014. So how did they find this Palmer? Whatever. Revealed the demented invention. He explained that the custom virtual reality headset is based on the anime series Sword Art Online, where players are trapped in a virtual reality simulator that when killed in the game, they also die in real life. Luckey wrote that the merging virtual reality with real life, quote, fascinated him. He claims he wants people to be more cognitive of their interactions with people in the virtual world. This is all very, very transhumanistic and merging, and we are not that far off. People are like, oh, that's so far ahead. No, it's not. They want this done by 2030. There will be no more smartphones in mass. Smartphones will be like, we'll be holding on to our smartphones, trying not to update them if there's even any left by 2030. But they have plans to do away completely with that. And if mostly, I think wearables will come in first, and then it will be straight into the body. At least that's what the plans say, guys. That's what the plan is. But yeah, so he claims he wants people to be more cognitive of their interactions with people in the virtual world, where repercussions for actions typically do not exist. With the deadly headset called Nerve Gear, users may be more willing to conduct themselves in the same way as they would outside the game. Now, I'm not familiar with this game, and I'll give you the link to this. But I just thought it funny. I have to send this to my son as well. You want this headset, honey? Let me just see if you guys. All right, I apologize, guys, for the of course it's for a character. Well, here, I'll just take this off the HTTPS, and you guys can type that in if you want that. I'm sure you can find it. I will give you this because I read from this, the New York Slimes link about the 11,000 laid off. And let's move on to Elon real quickly. Very good to see you, Jenna and Lou and Shouting and all of you. Palmer Luckey invented it in his garage. Yeah, exactly. That's if unemployment wasn't going up, that would be worse. They would raise the Fed. Yeah, and that's what amazes. Hey, Gary Gardner's Goy Pride. Love the name. People think Elon is on our side. Well, yeah. No, he's not. He is not. Yeah. The Lawnmower Man. I'm pretty sure I've seen that, but I don't remember it. All right, so let's move on from Zuckerberg here. You can look up what you heard me mention. I mean, people aren't happy, but to try to say, look, who am I? Only God can judge us. I don't know who this is or what this is, but to me, he just doesn't have a genuine, I was going to say bone in his body, but cell. One iota of genuine or authentic anything, which is, I guess, par for the course in this everyday, more absurd world. So let's move to Mr. Musk of the Elons. He warns Twitter's employees this morning of difficult times ahead as he ends remote work. Now, this is coming out of Fox Business this morning, but Elon has been talking about this all through the Flamflemic. Well, I don't want to say all through because for the first year, I can't really recall what he was saying, but I remember when the potion came out, I remember from then. So for a while that how he feels about remote work and he's not for it and blah, blah, blah. So hours after Twitter CEO Elon Musk admittedly predicted he will do, quote, lots of dumb things. And Twitter has changed. Like it asks, are you sure you want to go to the video? Like I was on Krako's Twitter and I had to like double okay and confirm that I wanted to see or whatever, move forward every time. And I was like, this is ridiculous. So, but that's the only thing I've noticed, but I haven't really been on it like that. So, but hours after Twitter CEO Elon Musk admittedly predicted he will do, quote, lots of dumb things as he learns to helm the new social media platform, he told his employees to brace for difficult times ahead. Of course, he has fired, I think 7,800 people, somewhere around there. He fired, and I think they said a third will be hired back immediately, but I'm not sure. And it remains to be seen. In a mass email Wednesday afternoon, Musk said there was, quote, no way to sugarcoat the message and that employees should expect changes concerning office policy. According to Bloomberg. The email allegedly said Musk will discontinue remote work and will be requiring employees to be in the office for at least 40 hours per week. Yeah, I mean, if Elon had his way, you'd be up on Mars cleaning, going through. Hold on, guys. Hey there, Geospatial Skyfighter. Good to see you. You have a spooky tree over there with 5'7". You wake up and it's like you're going deaf. And guess what, Jenna? That's not even the worst. The 6th is coming. The next one's coming. Yeah. If you see, you can get anybody to. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. It's crazy the stuff that you capture. Guys, go check out Geospatial Skyfighter's channel and his sky checks for sure. All right, let's go back over here to Elon. All right, so he warns. Also, yesterday he sold $3.95 billion worth of his shares in Tesla or stock in Tesla. Twitter's new owner, and Tesla CEO Elon Musk sold nearly $4 billion worth of Tesla shares, according to regulatory filings. Sorry, guys. My reading sucks this morning. Musk was 44. I just turned 44. 44. That is a hell of a number. And now I have a whole year to be 44. But Musk, who bought Twitter for $44 billion, sold 19.5 million shares of the electric car company, the ones that have been just exploding randomly and stations don't work and, that car company. From November 4th to November 8th, according to Tuesday's filings with the Securities and Exchange with the SEC. He sold $7 billion of his Tesla stock in August as he worked to finance the Twitter purchase he was trying to get out of at the time. Remember, because they wouldn't let him sit on the board and he went back and forth that he wasn't going to do it. So I'll go ahead and link this. But yeah, out of the Associated Press, or you can look it up. They're saying that he almost $4 billion worth of his Tesla stock he has gotten rid of. So... And then we have this. We have I'm sure everybody here is smart enough to know this was coming or that something like this would be written. Okay. Look, they even condescend to us. We've got this covered. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all knew that somebody was going to come out and say this, right? Elon Musk was surprised at what Twitter was allegedly up to before his purchase. So already we have what Twitter was allegedly up to, and what shenanigans were going on. And of course, Elon had no knowledge of this. He had no idea, even though Jack Dorsey came out publicly and apologized. And Jack Dorsey, Zuckerberg, and the Google guy were on Capitol Hill and being, hammered with questions. That this whole year, for almost a year they were on Capitol Hill. Hold on a second, guys. All right, guys. Hey, Alnar. Yes, his Halloween costume. I think it was the Devil's Champion was the name of his costume, which, okay. This is where we were. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Hold on one second, guys. I got to make sure my phone isn't in this vehicle. I got to make sure my phone's not in that vehicle. Sorry, guys. I'm just... All right, I got my phone. Got it. All right, guys and gals, thank you for being patient and putting up with this unprofessional stream that I'm doing. But I did want to just check in with you guys, talk about some of this stuff. I'm super stressed. I flipped out. The one neighbor was having a fire one night. She said something we were out front and she said something through her Ring camera. Oh, she said morons. She called us morons. My son was out there and I snapped. I just said, just yelled that she was a gossiping liar and, but I did snap. All your stocks tanked. There's this guy too. Some billionaire lost all of his money. Look at this. 30-year-old crypto tycoon Sam Bankman-Fried, what a name, was worth $16 billion. 94% of that was wiped out in just one day. So this 30-year-old crypto tycoon had $16 billion and now he doesn't. So you can look that up. I don't know too much about crypto. I've always shied away from technology. But let's check this out. So, guys, Smith-Mundt, Twitter was allegedly planning to track every user's whereabouts. Can we get a collective no shit? Right down to when they left their home, according to a former Twitter engineer who got the recent attention of Elon Musk. I mean, no shit. Even if they weren't allegedly planning to track, it's going to the metadata on your smartphone. The level of surveillance state that we are already under, and people think it's coming, or that it's not 1984. How do people not see that we're already there? I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. But this software engineer, Steve Krenzel, who left the company a few years ago, but made sure to do a Twitter thread yesterday about what he calls, quote, the most unethical thing he was asked to build while working at Twitter. He claims that from 2015 to 2016, after Jack Dorsey was named CEO, that Twitter was nearly shut down and had been desperately seeking a buyer, but both Facebook and Google were ultimately uninterested. That's a whole other story. But anyway, apparently, according to Krenzel, the 2016 election was the only thing that saved Twitter from being no more. So yeah, and we know what happened with Twitter in the 2016 election and which way Twitter went with that. The telecommunications company, whom Krenzel doesn't mention by name, wanted to pay Twitter to log signal strength in North America. Twitter was on its deathbed. Jeez. So money troubles, this guy says, and he says that he worked on the project. The more the company found the information useless. Unable to understand what the issue was, Steve asked to meet with them. That's when the company explained that they wanted to know everything about the user's whereabouts. They wanted to know when the user left their house, when they commuted to work, and where they go otherwise, because they want your attention on the screen. And any time that's not on the screen, they want to infiltrate that time as well. Obviously, it's the aim. Let me just see. I did pull you guys up on the phone. Yes, this guy was evil, and CZ and the Chinese crypto guy took him out. Yeah, see, I don't know too much about Bankman. Yeah, I don't know too much about the crypto world. Social media, the Ministry of Truth. It's past 1984. Yeah, I'm with you. Lou, yes. Yeah, shouting Elon isn't a rebel. He is on the other side. Yeah. Not a rebel at all. The devil's champion? Sure. So anyway, this guy's saying that whatever. They asked him to do some unethical shit. Shocker, right? I'm sure everybody here is shocked. But yeah. So they're basically telling you, and we already knew that the metadata from Twitter on the smartphone, you can, if you know how to get metadata off of a smartphone, which, law enforcement and other alphabet agencies and some, quote, civilians do know how to do that. You can this is already a thing. Now, whether Twitter was logging it before or whatever, that's another thing. But here we go. Another thing you should boycott. I do have a Twitter. I do have a Twitter. I got it. Actually, it just said it was my anniversary. I think in 2018 I got it. So I could follow Croco and a couple other people. But look at this. If you know me, you know that I have never, not once, taken either of my sons or anyone I care about to McDonald's, and I have boycotted it for, I don't know, I stopped counting at 25 years. I'm 44, so it's like 30 years plus at this point, and I do not go there. It's poison and other, who knows what else. But yeah. So now they're charging for dips, and mainstream media thinks it's important that they come out here and McDonald's makes a lot of money. A lot of people go to McDonald's all throughout the Flemic when, little mom and pop shops and even some other bigger stores were shut down. There were lines, people in their car by themselves with face diapers on, lines out onto the highway waiting to get into McDonald's. McDonald's didn't have to close. Walmart didn't have to close. Another company I actively boycott. But yeah, so they're starting to charge for dips now. Dips with your poison. You have to pay to dip your poison in the barbecue sauce. Yeah. This is in the Netherlands, the UK. And then the last person says, well, when people want 8 sauces for one 10-piece nugget, the company got to do something. Oh, horrible grammar, but whatever. So McDonald's, guys, please don't eat at these places. I know it's easier said than done if like money's tight or if you're in the inner city. I was born in Wilmington, Delaware, and I've lived in, not rural areas for most of my life. And I just can't wait to get away from the city and all of these places. But now in Russia, Putin went down and pulled all the McDonald's signs down, gave it a new name, a new menu to all the McDonald's in Russia. Now, I don't know if that's all throughout Russia. Obviously, I'm here on the, the tri-state area, never even been on a commercial flight, but I know that I saw them physically pulling down on videotape, these golden arches and putting up the new thing at some establishments over there in Russia. So yeah, if you guys do eat here, please don't, but expect to pay for your dips. Oh, sorry. I'll give you guys the link to this. Again, I don't know much about this guy or crypto at all. Yesterday, Kanye West was doubling people's Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like he had a live stream, and if you went in and you gave like whatever, there was like a QR code, and if you had like 2 Bitcoin, he would double it. So I think it was supposed to be until it hit $100,000. I think that's what the threshold was. Lou says, I don't think this is the end of America, but the end of an age of decadence. Yeah. How hard could it be to quickly get a delicious hoagie in PA fast? Not hard at all, shouting. Not hard at all. About 5 minutes. Stella Assange interview just aired by Declassified UK. Few guys you know in US UK story. Thank you, Mick, and hello across the pond there. Yeah, I'll see that, and I'm interested in that, of course. Hold on, what else happened to this? All right, let's go over to Mohammed bin Salman, who does not like Biden. And we've known this. I mean, Biden's a joke, right? We needed a lame duck president in order to get into this war, which has been planned since McCain and Lindsey Graham went down there, at least, 2014. But you could argue before that. I would argue before that. But moving over to Saudi Arabia, the place that you think we would have attacked after September 11th. Anyway, Business Insider this morning, the U.S. is quietly extracting concessions from SA after MBS humiliated Biden. Mohammed bin Salman does not like America, and he definitely does not like Biden. Saudi Arabia has made moves to placate the U.S. after a recent feud over oil. Remember, this man, he is NEOM project, heavily, young global leader, green, the line. Have you guys seen the line? I forget how long of a city it is, but, look it up if you haven't seen it. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but the NEOM Strong Cities Initiative, stack 'em and pack 'ems. Where, you just live and you can walk to consume and buy the poison that they want to feed you, and you never have to leave your little area, and you could be a good little slave. So yeah, the kingdom has increased its support for Ukraine in the war against Russia, but tensions between the U.S. and Saudis are unlikely to ease, one analyst said. Well, I'm no analyst, but yeah, I would say that's. Last week, the U.S. scrambled jets toward Iran amid warnings that the Islamic Republic was planning an imminent drone and missile attack on SA. Following the show of force, an attack never came. but the incident served to highlight the complex web of interests that keep the U.S.-Saudi alliance alive even in hard times. Yeah, a lot of historians,
If I go to the,
way
if you have
smarter
the,
than me,
the area,
have talked about this, but I've been saying for years, don't people, this Mohammed bin Salman guy is a big player in the UN, on the world stage. Saudi Arabia, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. We'll see what's up. An insider reported last month that the Saudis frustrated the U.S. by slashing oil production in league with Russia, a snub made sharper by reports that U.S. officials believe they had assurances that the Saudis would do the opposite. Yeah, when Trump was in, but that's different. The abandoned oil deal and a series of more personal displays of disdain for Biden. Yeah, like when the war first started, supposedly on February 24th, even though we know shelling and stuff has been going on since the coup over there in the Ukraine. But he refused to answer the phone, supposedly, allegedly. So, amount to a power play by Crown Prince Mohammed, analysts say, who believes U.S. power is waning. Yeah, I would agree. And is courting rival powers like Russia and China. So there's MBS and Putin. There's MBS and Putin. The move also prompted a wider backlash in the Democratic Party, with Senator Chris Murphy of Delaware calling for the U.S. to withdraw some forces from SA and ban arms sales to the kingdom. That did happen. I don't know. I mean, they announced it. The United States, the Pentagon last week announced that they will freeze all arms sales to Saudi Arabia. Is that going to happen? I don't know. Again, that would have to be a boots on the ground. Are they still going to deal in arms? Is the U.S. still going to deal in arms with them? Pentagon, again, last week said, no, there's a freeze. But is that true? I don't know. Staying over an essay just briefly. American woman detained over there over custody dispute released. So over there, when you have, look, an American woman who had publicly accused her Saudi ex-husband of trapping their daughter in the kingdom under these laws, so-called guardianship laws, which are crazy, these guardianship laws. She said she was released Wednesday following a brief detention over her social media posts. I know it's in Saudi Arabia, but this has happened in Australia, Canada. I'd venture to even say here. I've seen videos of cops knocking on people's doors and approaching them about their social media posts in this country. I don't know if anyone's been arrested outright for that in this country, but it's not far off, guys. It's not far off. I'll give you this. Make sure we're still... Venezuela has the world's largest known oil reserves, but they have very low production capacity. Yeah. On my old channel, I interviewed 2 people over there. They're still up on the contingency plans channel. I had to go get them, those interviews. Yeah, Venezuela is rich in a lot of natural resources, strong cities planning. Texas involves you have to ride a bicycle in our desert climate. Bicycles are not popular in Texas for a reason. Yeah. Wow. I didn't know that. You know what? I didn't even know. You're not in Texas, are you? You obviously don't have to answer me shouting. I just didn't know if you were or not. Yeah, I'm not either, Jenna. Yeah, none of the... And I think we're past the RFID. I think it's going to be more of a, Saudi bone chopper. Yeah, it's pretty bleak, but yeah, I guess be accurate, right? Supposedly, that's what they tell us, that he's responsible for the Khashoggi thing. Russia adding military training to its school curriculum, making a reversion to a Soviet era practice that teaches students how to handle rifles and perform first aid. Look, I don't want to be a Russian apologist or anything, but I'd like to see some of this shit in the United States schools, since the freedom tools are legal here. I wouldn't be adverse to this shit. I mean, if you saw what they were trying to push in the homeschool thing, and if you do have children that are school age and they do go to public school, I can't tell you what to do, but I pulled my son out of public school after 4 years of elementary. And I can't imagine ever sending them to be a ward of the state essentially for 8 hours a day. I can't ever see doing that, but that's just me. That's just me. And I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist. So you guys should probably send yours. I'm sure it's fine. But hey, this is not good. I'm not saying this is good. But children, I guess they should be, not children, but, school age, even children should learn first aid. That should be something that's taught in school. I did always think it was odd. Now, I went and got certified because I swam a lot in CPR, and it is different for children. CPR is different, not much, but there's some things you should know. And everybody should be trained in that. And that should be something that's you would think that would be in the curriculum, and how to handle rifles and stuff. That wouldn't even be that far-fetched, right? But no, we have drag queen story hour. That's the most important thing for the children over here to learn, right? Just thought that was an interesting story. Maybe you guys have heard, maybe you have not. We're to believe that Brittany Griner, however you say her last name, the WNBA, American basketball star, that got 9 years for vape cartridges in Moscow. She will be sent, according to the Associated Press yesterday, to a Russian penal colony to serve her sentence. Look how tall. I did watch a video by Mag on her and this whole situation. But yeah, these Russian penal colonies are said to have poor to no medical stuff, and it's dirty. It's known to be dirty, and I'm sure you guys can imagine a Russian penal colony. But that is where she will serve, supposedly, the rest of the 9-year sentence. So just thought that was notable. Then this coming out from the mainstream media this morning. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Yeah, I always say that the pussification. Matter of fact, it's I think it's like in the last line of my description box. The pussification of America, fluoride, calcified, pussified. Yeah, I did want to take a look at this. We're going to just a short video. Putin's dreaded flamethrower rains fire on Ukrainian positions. Let's just take a look at this. Yes, the Catholic Church is siding with Russia here, right? Welcome in, Symphony and Easy. Yeah, the Putin coming out and saying that his war is with the satanic West, and people still walking around, guys, like we're not at war, like there's not going to be. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me, and I'm crazy. because, oh, you're just so, you worry about it too much. You're just, you're not supposed to be anxious and worry about it. If it was just me, I wouldn't, but I have 2 sons and I know what's coming. And it's just so aggravating that, 98% of the people, 99% of the people that I'm around, like IRL that I see and stuff, they don't even. All right. So yeah, the chemical warfare forces, would be like a branch of our whatever. That's what they're saying, that's the I don't know, what would it be on par? It's the same, right? Like a battalion or in a certain group. And that raised some tensions and some flags that the chemical warfare division are the ones pushing these. Sorry guys about the music. I'm not sure how I can. All right, so it's just named flamethrowers due to their ability to clear out fortifications. The Russian TOS-1A, the flamethrower. How much do you think those shots that just were bucked off cost? I mean, there's people that don't have a place. There's homeless people in this country, people that don't have water, people that don't have, I mean, it's just horrible, but we're funding this war. It's sick. It's sick. All right, I'm done with this. You guys know what's going on over there. And look at this article that popped up yesterday out of the Telegraph. Hey, Gary. And hey, Daryl. Good to see you. If I missed anybody, I didn't do it on purpose. Yes, I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm in the suburbs of Philadelphia. Right, kind of right on the line with Delaware. Well, 95, right down 95. What the Vatican, and I'll link this, I'll throw this in the chat. What the Vatican archives reveal about, quote, Hitler's Pope. I'm just reading a mainstream news article, YouTube. But yeah, this gets into what is the purpose of the Catholic Church. It's a spiritual institution dedicated. Now, I'm a recovering Catholic. I'm Italian. My parents made me go to Catholic school 1st through 7th grade. So I had to undo all that, unprogram from all that. And so I'm a little behind in that, but I am 44 years old. So I think I did catch on to how shit wasn't what they said it is pretty early on, more than most people. Most people never get it. But to this article that the Telegraph wrote yesterday is crazy. It is a spiritual institution dedicating to saving souls and offering moral leadership to the world, ? Or is it a multi-billion-pound organization anxious to protect its wealth and power? Or is it a bit of both? What is more important, morality or pragmatism? So this is an interesting article, and I did read this article, and I'll give it to you. I'm not going to sit here and read this whole thing. But the anti-Semitism, this whole thing with Kanye West, and I mean, it's been going on. You can't say anything about Michael Rappaport comes on with his Star of David, his double Star of David, two of them, both Hitler and Mussolini, nominally at least Catholics themselves, but the Pope never moved to excommunicate them. This is a good article. You guys might want to check this out. Pope Pius. Now, this is supposedly our first Jesuit Pope that we have right now. He has done the Pope right now, the most outrageous to me. If you're supposed to represent Catholicism, things that you could do as a Pope. Never thought I'd see any of this shit in my lifetime. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Anthony. Yeah, guys, so I'm still moving and all of that. And loco parentis, or whatever they say, meaning in place of the parent, you relinquish your parenting rights to the place you drop them off. Yeah. And who wants to do that? You got unmodded? Yeah, Daryl, I did remove a whole bunch of mods. That was Symphony and Easy. That was YouTube that just held that comment. I just had to clear it out. Yeah, please don't take it personal if you don't have a spanner or a wrench. It's nothing personal. I had like 200 moderators. Lucky, no, I can't make everybody happy. Can you share a link? Sure. What do you want to share? What do you want to share? Okay, Jenna, I love you, girl. Let me just go to this really quick and make sure that there's nothing else I had. I just wanted to create I wanted to. Has anybody here been watching Carol's channel, Never Lose Truth? I know she has a stream open right now. I feel so guilty. I need to email her. I guess it's laziness, or I don't think it's laziness. It's just I'm in the middle of so much right now, and I don't want to not be able to fully help her like I want to with the StreamYard, so she could have people call in, because I know she was doing that initially, and I don't know what happened. Why I think something went wrong with OBS or something. But oh, she just came on. Yeah, I love her, but I definitely need to email her, and I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to email her. I've been meaning to reach out to her. She cut the stream. Okay. Well, I'm going to go over there too. I just wanted to come on and talk about, the headlines. This one, probably the best one. Oculus founder created a VR headset that blows up the user's head if they die in the game. Palmer lucky. I don't know. This is just such a funny article. If you guys are on Twitter, I never say follow me. You should follow No Man, but you could check me out on there. I do have a Twitter. I do not have a Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, none of that. Just this YouTube channel, my main channel, which I lost. Yeah, so you can check me out here. My email and all my links are underneath, where if you want to reach me, my email's down there. Yeah, Carol. Hey, Bubs. From you. I might want to do that. I'm having a hell of a time out here. We do have, yeah. Yeah, it's so corrupt. So corrupt. Anthony, it really is. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's, like I said, I have this. Yeah, I joined in my birthday in 2018, Antarctica. I've got the 5G on top of the church here and the Twilight Zone. Here's the UN, the picture of the the UN. And there you go. Like, can this country truly be a, free if they're part of this? No. That's just my opinion. I'm not a truther. I reject all labels, weaponized or otherwise. I reject all that. I don't want to be a part of any of it. Just, the one creator and my boys, that's it. But if you're a part of this is one world. This is the UN, right? This is the mural. Before they enter this room, they go into another room where they all touch this rock, this black rock, this orange room, and the rock, I forget how far down it goes into the earth. I forget what type of rock it is, but, some kind of blasphemous, and the numerology works out to some kind of evil shit. But this is what the Sustainable Development Goals, the 17 SDGs, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, all of this coming to fruition now, being implemented now right before our eyes, while most just go on as if nothing's happening. So hopefully you guys are getting prepared, and as prepared as you can be. But do not live in fear. That would be silly. All right, I'm going to go check out Carol at Never Lose Truth, and then finish up my couple boxes I have here that I need to get packed. Yeah, Daryl, that's cool. Yeah, Carol's great. I really need to email her. I love her. I just don't want to. I want to be completely available. So I might wait until I get where I'm going and I get settled, and I have my desk back and my little, office back before I do that. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Plan, prepare, and pray, guys. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for chilling, and peace out.